Ladies, gentlemen, and everyone else. Today, we present a topic so close to my heart, so beautiful that it's hard to talk about. Ugh, why do I even pretend? Today, we talk about Sonic the Hedgehog. What could be said about Sonic that hasn't already been said? When I was little, I saw Sonic Underground, which here in Argentina is called Sonic Suanda. It became one of my favorite shows for a while, alongside like Ninjago and My Little Pony, but that was my only interaction with the Sonic franchise until the Sonic movie in 2020. Anyways, today, to the surprise of no one that knows me, I bring to you a Sonic character redesign.
Shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Drag. Swalla la la.
Sonic, of course, will be the first. This may sound a bit basic, but he's my favorite. I heard a theory once that he's like the element of the wind, which makes a lot of sense because one of his main characteristics is his freedom. Anyways, I didn't change that many things from his design, I mostly added stuff that I thought were missing. Among the stuff, I gave him ear plugs made by Tails, that also work as hearing aids when he's running, because I imagine that running faster than sound isn't too good on the ears. I saw some creators giving him and Tails wristbands of friendship, and I thought that it was such a cute idea that Shax had to copy it. And he also has a lot of scars from his many battles. I made these redesigns with a backstory, so wait a second. I always pictured Sonic as being really friendly and open, but also pretty detached. At the start of my version of the story, he understands freedom as never having to stay in the same place for too long. But this philosophy also means that it's kinda hard for him to make long-standing or profound friendships. Tails was the first person that deprived him of his freedom, having to take care of him and staying in a single place for a long period of time. At first, Sonic wasn't super thrilled, but Tails was only a child and needed someone to take care of him, so Sonic stayed. One of the first things that you may notice is that now Sonic has a prosthetic leg. Yeah, I always wonder what would happen if Sonic lost his ability to run, if he didn't have the opportunity to protect himself and others, or run from things that bother him. I think that it would be a really interesting character development for Sonic to come to understand that he can rely on the people around him, and that he now has a place to return to. I think this period of time, taking into account that Sonic can't provide food for them, Tails would have had to go to the village close to their home for the first time, where he would have met Amy. Tails. I love this character. His kind of design is so satisfactory and cute. He looks really ugly right now, but trust me, it becomes better. Tails mostly stays in his house with Sonic, but considering that the blue hedgehog goes and runs a lot, that expands sometimes a week or more, Tails has grown to be really independent. In my story he has 8 years old, like in canon, and he met Sonic when he was 6. For him, Sonic is a sort of big brother, parent and best friend at the same time, and also his biggest hero. This is a pretty lonely kid, and he spends most of his time creating things that could help Sonic in his adventures. He also doesn't go to school because he considers he doesn't need it, so he doesn't know many people his age. Sonic and him live in the wreckage of an airplane crash, in the forest close to the sea, several miles from any civilization. When it came time to design Amy, I still wanted her to have a red dress, because it is a super important part of her modern design, but at first I gave her a pretty ugly dress. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought that her chest area was really empty, so I added a strawberry, no reason, I just wanted to. And I realized that the dress would be red and the strawberry would also be red, so yeah. The second dress is way prettier in my opinion. I wanted her to still be girly, but also sporty so it wouldn't interfere in fighting. I gave her weightlifter gloves. shorts under the dress, and striped socks. Her collar is also inspired by her early design in Sonic City, which I thought was a nice callback. And she actually looks like a 12-year-old now, so that's a plus. In this story, Amy grew up with her mother in a small village surrounded by a forest. She's really into zodiac signs and tarot cards, and so when she was little she opened a post next to her mother's shop to read her neighbor's cards for a few rings. Considering the great success of such enterprise, she moved the shop to the fair that was made every weekend close to her home. Not long after this, a rumor started to spread about a blue hedgehog, as fast as sound, that helped people fight against Eggman's control. Reading her own tarot cards, Amy learned that she was destined to meet with this great hedgehog. Not a month later, a young fox entered her mother's shop, crying, saying that his friend was injured in the forest surrounding the village. Amy knew instantly that she should accompany her mother to help this stranger. When she first met him, Sonic was injured, so Amy didn't recognize him as a hero of her village. Her and her mother nursed him back to health, and after several months, Tails gave Sonic a prosthetic leg, and Amy saw him running for the first time. I don't know if it was admiration or love that she felt when she first saw him running, and I don't know if she knows that herself. But in the following years, she started to push herself harder to try to be more like him, be strong enough to help the people around her like he does. She's super selfless but also kind of a hothead, and can make rash decisions when she's mad. She tends to forgive quite easily though, but only when the other person apologizes first. She's super strong. In canon, she's actually as strong as Knuckles, I think. It's insane. And can actually beat Sonic in a fist fight easily, which is one of the things she's proudest about. She borrowed the hammer of the High Striker of the fair she had her shop in, and has been using it to fight bandits. Sonic, Tails and her have started to travel further and further away to help the villages that were attacked by Eggman's bandits. Metal. He's my favorite character, second only to Sonic. I didn't really know what to do with him at first because he already is perfect in my eyes. I actually started to research bandits for inspiration and to know more of Eggman's design choices, and I came across this little fella who I thought had a super cool design. You will notice that I decided to paint over the sketch because I really like the rugged line art and I thought that it fitted with this version. Metal was created by Eggman with the sole purpose of destroying Sonic. However, when he was first activated, Metal actually thought he was the real Sonic. He escaped Eggman's base, trying to find Tails, but when he finally found him, Tails got scared and Metal and Sonic had their first fight. When Metal realized that he wasn't actually Sonic, he had a major mental breakdown. After that fight, Metal had to return to Eggman's base crawling, broken to walk. Again and again, when Metal and Sonic fight, Metal is left broken and less of his original self is left. And no matter how Eggman tries to fix him, a part of the Sonic he thought he was is always lost. Fight after fight, the hatred towards Sonic and everything that has to do with him grows. Sonic represents everything that Metal could be and have, always a few meters ahead, but always unattainable. Due to this hatred, Metal does everything in his power to destroy Sonic. He uses part of the bandits as weapon and pushes himself harder to try to surpass him. Perhaps there will come the time when Metal is no longer anything but a machine of rusty and broken pieces, with only hatred for something that he can never have. Anyways, that was the video. Hope you enjoyed it. I had many problems trying to redesign them but make them still look like themselves, if that makes sense, and I'm really happy with the results. Hope you liked the video. See you in the next one.